advice from him at all?
Just be healthy and do what you think you can do. It's a hard thing to.
And to repeat history conversations, you must be prepared, not just for the question, but for the answer that comes back.
As fans gear up for the exciting clash between boxing icon Manny Pacquiao and champion Mario Barrios, fighters across the sport are weighing in, and the opinions are split. Some believe Pacquiao's fast hands, tricky footwork, and constant pressure will overwhelm Barrios. Others say he's taking a huge risk stepping in against a younger, stronger, and sharper opponent. Big names like Errol Spence Jr. and Sean Porter have all shared their thoughts. The main question: can Pacquiao, now 46, pull off another big win, or will Barrios bring this legend?
Travis Hartman with weighing in with Travis Hartman. I'm going to weigh in on the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. Yes. Mario Barrios is a world champion. Yes. But I'm going to pick Manny Pacquiao. The southpaw from the Philippines, the Hall of Famer, the 8-division world champion. He is going to muster up enough from the past to come in here and beat Mario Barrios. And I'm going to roll with Manny Pacquiao for a decision over Mario Barrios in Vegas this Saturday on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. But also, Mario Barrios is going to pose a lot of threats versus Manny Pacquiao because he's a lot taller, he's a lot longer, and he's younger. And he's a world champion. It's for the WBC world title. Manny Pacquiao's first fight after being retired for 5 or 6 years now. And he chooses a world title fight. Manny Pacquiao by decision.
When legends speak, people listen, and Sugar Ray Leonard isn't ready to write Pacquiao off. Reflecting on his own return to the ring, Leonard said getting back into the fight game is more about mental strength than just physical shape. You've got to get used to the punches again. You've got to train your body to handle that, he said. It's about heart and mental toughness. And maybe Pacquiao still has that. Maybe he knows exactly what it takes.
Actually, I can't comment too harshly on that because I've made more comebacks than everybody. I hold the record, undisputed. You know? Yeah. But you know what? Hey, do what you want to do, man. You know what, man? It's all up here and it's here. It's what you got. It's what you use. Again, there's no way to answer this, but stay healthy.
Who made his famous comeback in 1987 against Marvin Hagler, believes Pacquiao needs intense focus and emotional discipline to make this work. He emphasized that readiness isn't just about how fit you are. It's about preparing mentally for the fight's rough and demanding nature.
What kind of challenges he's going to face, having been a great fighter yourself and him, comparable and career-wise? What kind of challenges do you think he's going to face, and any advice on him doing things a certain way that maybe you found you did a mistake or this and that, give or take?
You know what? When I came back that one horrible time, it was all me. It was my mindset. It was the way I felt like I believed I could win. I trained hard, but you know what? I won't do it again. You know what I mean? I won't do it again. But I can't tell someone don't do that. I made too many comebacks.
Mm-hmm. As for Manny, just any advice from him at all?
Just be healthy and do what you think you can do. It's a hard thing to answer.
Bernard, the executioner, Hopkins, who stayed at the top of boxing well into his 40s, says he relates to Pacquiao's journey right now. As the oldest boxer to ever hold a world title, Hopkins told The Ring, "I'm backing Manny because if anyone can do this, it's him." He thinks Barrios is good, but not unbeatable. He's quick, sure. He's got experience. But Manny can still outbox him and win on points. I don't see a knockout here, but a decision.
If Pacquiao's successful, he will become tied with the record I set and broke from George Foreman as the oldest champion to win a major title in the light heavyweight division in boxing. That's there. Fact check it is there. That's your generation. Y'all fact check a lot. I got a daughter that's 26. So I got a nephew that's 18, 19, all between 17 and 30, all in between. They keep me up on game. They keep me up on all the fat check. So I'm letting you know. That's one of the reasons Pacquiao is coming out to do that. And other reasons too, but that's one of the majors.
5. Pacquiao recently opened up about why he's coming back. And it's not about proving anything to others. This comeback is personal. After stepping away in 2021, he felt something was missing. Being back in training, doing interviews, sparring, and sticking to a daily routine. It reminded him of what he truly loves. After 4 years off, which helped his body heal, Pacquiao says he didn't just get strong again, he rediscovered his hunger to fight.
I'm coming back because, like I said, boxing is always my passion, and I miss boxing for how many years? All years I stopped boxing. I always thinking boxing, and even in my house I have a boxing ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball, playing badminton. So I really love exercise, and I really miss boxing.
How much of this comeback is about money, if at all?
No, the comeback. The reason why I come back is because I want to. I miss boxing. I mean, I want to be a champion again, and I can still that. In my heart, in my mind, I can still be a champion.
Pacquiao's big fight against Mario Barrios on July 19th, 2025, is shaping up to be a milestone moment in his legendary career. At age 46, after being away from the sport for 4 years, the buzz is huge. But Manny isn't stopping there. If he beats Barrios, he's got his sights set on a major showdown with WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Tank.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank-Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
And that's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys.
We'll
If
see.
you feel
We'll
good?
see. We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this, like I'm going to fight like that, you know, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk like.
Sean Gibbons, who has advised Pacquiao for years, says the first step is going for the WBC welterweight title, followed by a dream fight with Davis. Gibbons mentioned that Pacquiao has wanted this matchup for some time, and with Davis's recent performance, now could be the perfect moment. Pacquiao is even open to fighting at 145 or 147 pounds. He's clearly serious.
Gervonta Tank Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight, all right? He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year, so he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and could build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they know.
Sugar Ray Leonard also suggested something fans have long hoped for, a Pacquiao versus Mayweather rematch. He believes it's not about the money, it's about legacy. People would tune in, Leonard said, pointing out how massive the hype would be. He sees it as something that could give boxing a jolt and turn into a cultural moment, not just another pay-per-view fight.
Mayweather and Pacquiao. Would you be interested in seeing that rematch?
I mean, yeah. You're at a different stage in your life.
Yeah.
Spiritually, physically, mentally.
Right.
It can be a great fight.
Right.
Put it this way. It should be done.
It should be done.
It should be done.
It will help boxing in the sport. You think the sport needs it?
In a crazy way.
In a crazy way?
Yeah. I mean, put it this way. And as much people say, when he's 40 years old, people will watch it.
Manny's last fight, he looked phenomenal.
He looks phenomenal.
He looked phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And Mayweather, the last one he fought a kickboxer. He fought, Conor McGregor. His last few fights were too.
Well, when he beat that guy from
the Asian guy. But it was a kickboxer. He was a kickboxer. He wasn't a professional boxer.
I mean, just call it Tommy Hearn.
Coach Abel Sanchez, known for telling it like it is, pointed out that even if Pacquiao has lost a step in speed or reflexes, his power is still there. Sanchez mentioned George Foreman's knockout of Michael Moorer as an example that older fighters can still be dangerous. He believes Pacquiao might still have enough to shake Barrios.
Another fight that's coming up is Manny Pacquiao coming back to fight Mario Barrios for the world title. Obviously, Pacquiao's been out of the ring for 4 years. He's not had a victory for 6. What do you make of Pacquiao coming straight back into a world title fight?
Well, I think Manny's a great fighter, and I think Manny's got a great career behind him. I think he picked the lesser of the welterweight champions. I think he has a good chance of making it a good fight. Whether he can win or not at this stage, at this age, I should say. Sometimes the mind tells you pull the trigger, but the body can't. So is it going to be that? What is he? 46, 47 years old? Something like that? Yeah. Bernard Hopkins was a different kind of animal. Bernard Hopkins never really had the kind of tough fights like Manny's had. So,
veteran trainer Joel Diaz gave a more cautious opinion. He thinks Pacquiao should have stayed retired. Diaz feels Barrios has the edge and that a 12-round fight favors the younger guy. He pointed to Barrios' strength and stamina, saying they could eventually wear Pacquiao down. While Diaz respects Pacquiao's boxing brain, he sees age and ring rust as major concerns and believes Barrios is...
Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
Trainer Greg Hackett recently shared his concerns about this matchup. He's worried Pacquiao may be overestimating what he can still do in ring. Taking on someone like Barrios, who's young, active, and motivated, comes with serious risks. Hackett's warning echoes a growing concern across the sport. Older legends stepping into tough fights need to think carefully. His message? Consider the risks, but
not knock him out, but beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like that. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so, why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I would love something like this. And that's a fight you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans are going to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is, Manny Pacquiao has a die-hard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia had kind words for Pacquiao's career, but also raised concerns about age. Garcia said, even the best fighters can't stop time. Facing a younger, stronger opponent at 46 might reveal some physical limitations that weren't there before. No
retirement.
Well, Pacquiao's a big name, and obviously Barrios a great fight for Barrios because he's a champion, and I think Pacquiao, being that they both have connections with PBC, that's the easiest fight to make. So, getting another title opportunity, I just the name obviously, but I really believe that Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting. I think it's actually going to be a little I don't want to say sad because he's gonna make a lot of money, so we can't feel sorry for him. But at 46, almost 47, it's almost impossible for, I'm just 4 years older, 4 years older than him, and it's not easy to try to think you're gonna get in shape and be able to perform like the way you were when you were in your 20s and 30s.
You think it's impossible for him to beat Mario Barrios right now?
Well, it's not impossible because he has power. He should have that power. Barrios is big and a strong boy, so I don't see that happening. But is it possible? Anything's possible. George Foreman did it. There's been others that do it. But I really don't see it happening.
But Pacquiao's speed's the name of his game. Do you think he doesn't have that? There's no way he doesn't have the same speed as before.
There's no way, bro. You guys, I don't know if you guys seen his last performance.
The exhibition where against that big guy.
It was actually embarrassing to see that shit.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
If Pacquiao wins, what does that do for him? Where does that put him all time?
Hell, come on, at that age, after like few years, I don't know how many years he's been up.
Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas broke down Barrios' size and background. While Barrios looks like the naturally bigger fighter, Atlas pointed out he actually moved up in weight, so he's not a true welterweight. That might make the size gap less of a factor, possibly giving Pacquiao a better chance than many people expect. Atlas believes this bout could be much closer than it looks. Not a mismatch, but a real test. 14. Even though Mario Barrios is 16 years younger and has the edge in height and reach, a lot of experienced voices still believe in Pacquiao. Fellow Filipino fighter Nanito Donaire trusts in Pacquiao's ring IQ and skills. He knows how to handle himself. He knows how to win. Strength coach Justin Fortune says Manny looks just like he did 6 or 7 years ago, and even thinks a stoppage is possible. Former rival Juan Manuel Marquez says Pacquiao's power hasn't gone anywhere, and that's the last thing to fade in a fighter. To these experts, Pacquiao
not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was
108 pounds, right?
Yeah, jockeys are about 105 pounds, I think, somewhere around that neighborhood. I mean, can you imagine him though going to the whip? He might have killed the horse. That's the only thing. Yeah, you would have had Petter. What is it called? Peter, whatever. Peter. You would have had Peter coming after you. Look what he did to this horse. But look, I love Pacquiao. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, who I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit, then when Pacquiao fought him, maybe that made a difference, whatever. But he did take a lot of punishment, Pacquiao, in the Ugas fight. I thought that Pacquiao, for his age.
5. Pacquiao recently opened up about why he's coming back. And it's not about proving anything to others. This comeback is personal. After stepping away in 2021, he felt something was missing. Being back in training, doing interviews, sparring, and sticking to a daily routine. It reminded him of what he truly loves. After 4 years off, which helped his body heal, Pacquiao says he didn't just get strong again, he rediscovered his hunger to fight.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.